Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Want to tell you a little story. May 17th, 2018. It was about 4:30 in the morning. Dark, rainy, but I had somewhere to go. I was flying from Baltimore to Atlanta for a day of training, down and back the same day. I drove out of the neighborhood, cresting the hill just before the high school on my left. The road is straight, and I was probably a bit over the speed limit. The streetlights are few and far between in that area, but everything looked clear in the headlights ahead of me. I looked down at the center console for just a few seconds, and when I looked back up, the road wasn't empty anymore. A tree was down about 50 yards ahead of me, and I was flying at it with nowhere to go but straight. The right side of the road is lined by trees, and it appeared as if this tree was across the left lane too. I pumped the brakes because I was in my daughter's car and it doesn't have ABS. And I hoped I could stop before I hit the tree. And then I was stopped, but something seemed missing. I hadn't heard any crashing sounds. I realized the windshield was intact. I was intact. Amazingly, my door opened without a struggle, so I got out and walked over to the side of the road. And what I saw astonished me. The car was nestled in just underneath the tree trunk. If I had been driving my car, which sits just a few inches higher than my daughter's, things would have been very different. We went back to the accident site after the sun came up and found that the county was slow about coming to pick up the tree. It was still where I had met it a couple of hours before. My husband found some metal pieces in the debris, and it was very obvious they didn't come from my car. Apparently, a pickup truck had hit the tree before me, but the driver hadn't called it in to anyone. So it remained down, unmarked in the road until I found it. I drive over that piece of road almost every time I leave my neighborhood. And each time I am reminded about how blessed I am to be alive. I am reminded that small actions and inactions can have huge consequences. So, if you're a service member or a veteran, and the first message I sent you after we connected was an invitation to apply for a cohort of Changing Focus moving from we to me, this is why. Because disappointment, frustration, unhappiness, those are the emotions you might feel if you found out about Changing Focus after you missed the session that worked best for your timeline. And I would have let you down by my inaction, by my failure to share with you what 35 cohorts of alumni have said was one of the most important pieces of their transition to the civilian sector. Because of my fear that you would think I'm trying to sell you something, and you've been warned about people like me. I get you. I warn people who are new or inexperienced with social media about people who are there to take their money all the time. Don't connect with them, unconnect with them. But I want you to know that's not what's happening when I invite you to Changing Focus, moving from we to me. It's free. There's no catch. The challenge is that if we don't know each other and if you don't know about Changing Focus, the odds are very high that you're going to miss out. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like being a wish I had. When I miss out on something because someone didn't share a great opportunity with me so that I could decide whether or not I wanted to do it, and I end up being a wish I had, I'm not a happy camper. So here's the thing. If you're a transitioning service member or the spouse or partner of one, and you haven't checked out Changing Focus, moving from we to me, you owe it to yourself to do that. The deadline to apply for the January 26th to 29th cohort is technically today, but I'm the boss and I'm going to extend it through Monday because we still have a few more spots open. We've got some great people in the cohort already, but we do have a few more spots open. You will have to complete your introductory session by next Friday, but I think there are enough available slots for next week that you can find one that works with your schedule and get it done. I'm going to put the link to apply up at the bottom of the screen, and I'll post it in the comments after I get off this video. If you have questions, post them and I'll take a second to look at them in just a minute, or PM me. And here's your challenge besides checking out Changing Focus, Moving from We to Me for yourself. Share this message with someone you know who needs to hear it. Don't be a wish I had. I'm just going to check the comments here. I don't see any immediate comments, which is okay. Maybe a bunch of people will see this afterwards. Let me just check here. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, I don't think that I've missed anything. Okay, so that's your challenge. Share this video with anyone you know who needs to hear it. Don't let them be a wish I had, and don't let yourself be one either. Thank you. Have a great, healthy, and safe weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.